Hey, it's Nathan, and today we are reviewing the high grade 1 to 144 scale double O diver from Gundam Build Divers. I actually got this one as a gift from one of my buddies back in December before Christmas. It's a fairly nice game. I think it came out back in April of 2018, but the show was still going as of October. Well, that's when it finished. I went ahead and panel lined this with a one of those ultra thin Sharpies, so it's kind of sloppy, but it's passable. Oh, it's a nice solid build, and yeah, we'll get into that. Oh, but before getting into that, the retail price for this kit is about 1,000 yen, which is roughly $10. Wow, that's kind of sad, but well, I mean it is kind of bare bones in a way, but given that it's based off of the Double O Gundam, you think it'd be a little bit more expensive. Oh right, so speaking of Double O Gundam, here is the box for the kit. Very nice. Yeah, it's a little damaged, but that's because of Amazon. As for what you get with it, well, first off, there's the instruction pamphlet. It's very short. Oh crap, how did I do this first time? Did I do articulation first or did I do accessories first? Let's go with accessories this time. So, as for accessories, you get 2 GN Sword 2, 2 open-styled hands, 2 trigger finger hands for universal sentry weapons, 2 smaller holding hands, and all of these leftover parts from the original Double O Gundam. Now, I did have the other GN drive, but I don't know where I put it. Oh, and if you're wondering, they're too big to put onto the normal Double O Diver, so yeah, I'm sure you can find some use for them, but not on this kit. Right, so as far as articulation goes for the Double O Diver, the arms can bend about that far at the elbow. Oh no, the camera fell down a little. They bend that far at the elbow because they're not double genital. And then the wrist thing can move up and down, but it's kind of a pain to do so, and there's just a ball joint for the wrist. The polycap moves in and out like that. Can, if you get that out of the way, do a full 360, go out that far. And we got the verniers for the GN drives. They both move on a ball joint in the back. They go up and down and rotate on that. Oh yeah, and then fold for the front and backs. As for the head, you could standard full 360 degrees. Go up that far, down, look straight into the cockpit. Don't know why you need that. But hey, you got it. It's an option. And the waist here, just 360 like normal, because it's a ball joint. Oh god. If you don't pop it off at least. And then back up standing. I'm getting a little dizzied there. Go up that far, down that far. Not too much movement in it without popping off. Then we go side, side. Pretty okay. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention as for accessories, it comes with 2 beam saber handles, but no beam saber effect parts. And I hear that that's kind of an issue with a lot of kits that Bandai has been printing recently, which is kind of sad. But oh well. And then, yeah, knees, whoops, knees can bend that far. They can go up that far. They can go out, full kick, or full splits. They can go back that far. I think that you wouldn't need it any further than that, honestly. And then you got back and forth with the hip thing there, and then it goes side to side too. Oops. Alright, and you also have this piece here that covers up the gap when you don't want it on an action base. If I can get it back on there. like that. Sorry for, I am in ankle guards, kind of moved there, a little bit flimsy. And this is also on a ball joint, these are on a ball joint, and the butt flap does not move. Right, there we go. And as for size comparisons, we have the Exia. Still gonna let y'all guess as to which grade that is. We have the the Gundam Mark II Titans version. That's the high grade. We have, last but certainly not least, our good buddy. If I can get him standing here instead of crouched. He's gonna look awkward, but whoops. Gym Sniper 2. He's about as tall as the Gym Sniper 2, which means he's just a little bit shorter than the Gym, which I would use in this review right now, but currently the head that I use for it most of the time is a little broken-ish. Ooh, if I can get that to steady itself. Right? There we go. Right. So, as for the GN Sword 2s, you can use them as the rifles, but you don't have to turn the piece, right? You just take one, fold, and fold. And you're supposed to be able to plug it into the arm, and it should tab into there, but as you can see, that's not actually a hole, it's just painted in. So it's loose in his hands, and it's kind of crappy. And to even get him to hold his weapons without dropping them, you have to paint the ball joint in the hands to get him to hold on to them. Now, if you use the smaller hands, right, these ones, they're still too small to hold on to this handle, but those ones do, and can't even hold it properly. These ones can also hold it, it's just like that, so I just display it as the GN sword instead of the GN rifle. So yeah, as for whether or not you should get the kit, I think that's 100% up to you. I wanted it ever since I learned it existed, which when I did, I originally thought it was part of 00 because I was still watching season 1 at the time, and I hadn't watched Build Divers yet. But I think it's a good kit. It's fun. You could technically recreate the original 00 Gundam if you wanted. Just a couple parts will be missing. But would I suggest getting it? Yes, I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10. So it's good for a high grade, but it could definitely be better. Oh, another thing that it has that all Build Divers kits have, as far as my knowledge goes, is that, oh, I guess not. But yeah, no, okay, so these ports here on the back, you can technically plug anything into those, really. Whatever extra packs you want to get, they'll plug in fine. But yeah, I don't know, that's up to you. So yeah, that's my review of the high grade 00 diver. Oh, and I will say this, I did make a mistake in my Gym review. I called this the 00 diver ace when I meant to say 00 diver. So I don't have the ace unit for this, and I don't want to get, well, okay, if I were to get the ace, I'd just get the 00 diver ace kit, which is this kit with the ace unit and beam effect parts for the beam sabers. Kind of cheap, because like what Bandai did is they released this kit and then released the ace unit, ace pack, whatever, so that you could add it onto this, and then they released the 00 diver ace as a kit. I get, yeah, you want and normal beam saber effect parts won't fit into there because they're either too small or too big, I can't remember, and they won't fit effect parts from, say, the Exia or the GXs because they have the weird slotted ones instead of the pegs. But yeah, all in all, it's a good kit. I'd suggest getting it. I mean, it's relatively cheap as well, for the retail price at least. Like I said, 1,000 yen, that's only $10. Though, when you adjust that, it's more around 13. But yeah, I'd say go for it if you want it, but that's up to you. See you in the next one.